Well, hello and welcome to another live stream. I started to keep my sanity on the other side because it is acceptable. I'm Confused and Illusion. Thank you so much for joining me today, for watching, for being here. I do appreciate that. We're back in Arknights. Can you even hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Excellent. Okay. Can you hear the game? Yes. I didn't misclick this time. Anyway, Arknights Endfield. I am a little teeny tiny teensy weensy bit hooked for this game right now. I honestly I've thought to myself, why did I stop playing? And that explain myself, explain my brain, because it just the moment content stops, the moment everything's running, it just stopped being interesting. But oh boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong about everything running perfectly fine? Because there's always something to improve, always something to do better, always something to work on. Okay, so this stream is dedicated to factorying and building the ultimate Heavy Xiranite blueprint. And I have gained some experience in actually making a good looking, working, not painfully awful factory. Because let me show you what kind of knowledge I gained in Valley 4. Because I use these things, the sub-PACs, only for, let's say, sub-production, for assisting production. Big mistake. Super big mistake. So, I've managed to pull the R, yeah. I have come up with this design right here for batteries. And that right here is working perfectly. Yeah, everything is produced in these sub-ACs, every single one. And because of the line going, let's say, uniting itself into basically one building, you have plenty of space for planting and other stuff, which is great, because that gives basically this part here supports this entire thing right here, except for maybe the ore, because the ore is done somewhere else. And you even have a little bit of space for ornaments right here, if there will be ornaments in the game, which brings me to the next point. Please, dear developers, give us ornaments. One of Flex factories with ornaments, beautiful ornaments. So that is the plan for today. Okay, and first things first, we're going to utilize this space today, the Jing in the Market Stone area. Yeah, even though it is not yet fully upgraded. But what is not will be. Okay, but first things first, for the, I don't know, 7th millionth time, we're going to demolish everything and rebuild anew. So I'm also trying to... Yeah, that right here. Wasted space. Just wasted space. Well, what I'm trying to do is to make the batteries in the sub-PAC area. Yeah, that is the... What the world is even that? Yeah, let's just say that right here outdated by a lot. Okay, then let's demolish everything, because demolishing is, dang it, is funnier than actually building. Sorry. Grab that, put it into the corner. Alright, and there we go. Now I do need blueprints. Wait, not that. So can we actually look for something? I don't think so. Construction. Let's try to get Xiranite in view database. 10. It actually shouldn't be that difficult because it isn't. It's just planting unit, refining, shredding, grinding. And if I get that correctly, we should be... Yeah, that is 1, and that requires only 1, and that requires... That makes 3, but that requires only 1. Yes. Okay. Depot access, we do need a bus port and bus things. I hope that we can... Oh. The average problem. Pressing escape. I hope that we can... Honestly, I hope that we can put down more than... Let's say in our main area. Yes, main area is still working, so we can put down more. Okay, let's see. Oh, unloader. So we need 2, then we have one of those. Oh, wait, hold on. Wrong. So that's actually let me try something. I do have this planter here, which puts out pretty much anything I feed it. Take that away, then we have berries. Yeah, we do need the berries anyway. We do need the bushes, not the berries. Okay. Clean my inventory. Target space is full. Okay, what can we do with excess Yagen? Plants, can we throw it away? I don't really want to throw it away. I don't like food waste. Anyway, put down these plants. The moment they return, I'll put it back in my inventory. Okay, now that is pumping out these plant things. Let's see. Let's just go with the flow. Let's just go with the flow. Then they need refinement. Okay, we need extra stuff. That off. That off. That is giving us that. Then we need a shredding unit. And that is all a one-to-one thing. Yes. No, wait, that gives 2 carbon powder. Okay, it's getting complicated. The ratios are not one-to-one. It's getting complicated. That is the one-to-one thing. Dang it. I wish you could actually see let's say the ratios in here. Database, okay, so we need 2. Then that's overall is a 1-to-1 thing. Okay. Then we get 2 right here. Well, let's supply this thing with power. Okay, running unit, and that is actually a 1-to-1 thing. Amazing. That means more Xiranite. One, two, 1, 2, and each gets a sand leaf later. Hold on. And that gives us 1. That is the 1-to-1 thing again. Good. Both of them unite into 1 later. Thing is, how do we incorporate a sand leaf in here? I think I know. Hold on. I think I have a plan. I do have a plan. I know, scary. When Houston usually has a plan, better hide. Sand leaves. That thing is a little bit annoying in my inventory. We don't need that, 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 we don't need that. Okay, what do I do? Can I throw it away? Can I sell it? Oh, I can throw it away. Hard. That's log meat. Delicious. Water lamp, glow pump, whatever that is. Okay, we just drop it onto the floor for Major to take care of. Okay, then that thing comes into a grinding unit. Or shredding unit, actually. And then it pretty much needs to go over there, and we have a preferred one at our disposal. Looking good so far. Okay, we have sand leaves. That we have dust, we have that. We get 1 cube, and then we need 2 cubes for 1. Oh, that is also a 1-to-1 thing. But then we need two stabilized carbon for the Fortress of the Sky. So that is then it's a 1-to-1 thing. Mining it. Done, and 1. And then we do need the Fortress of the Sky. And some water, but that is fluid pump. Where's this going? Why is it here? There we go. But that is the smallest issue. Okay, that should be working. That should make us plenty of Xiranite. It's working. Excellent. Okay, now we're gonna Okay, now we have a base. The base of a working blueprint. Let's... Oh. That was... Oh, stop. That was not what I wanted. Controls in this game are difficult, okay? Controls in this game are difficult. I want the Xiranite to go in there. Okay, now we have Xiranite. In products, we do not have that, but we do need Xiranite for everything. Pretty much everything. Then... what can we actually do? Let's say, what do we need for the Xiranite? We could put that in a Fortress of the Sky for Heavy Xiranite. I mean, that is the ultimate goal. Heavy Xiranite is the ultimate goal. Xiranite parts. Okay, so 1 Xiranite each second plus 5 Shirkan effluent is 1 Heavy Xiranite. Okay, easy enough. Liquid Heavy Xiranite. Can we... no, wait, that is for a Heavy Xiranite. Okay, never mind then. Let's figure out the ratios before anything else. Because we still have 1 planter. Planter 2.0. Okay, now then. That right here for the third one. Technically, we don't need to utilize every plant. I'm just planting them. They're getting back. Okay, we do a plant. Pretty much we need to do everything again. Except this time we need to be a little bit more creative placement. That turns into this. That turns into... let's copy that one. That... there. In. That in there. Then we need power. Slight issue. Slight oversight. Okay, but it's fine. Okay, then grinding unit, then another refining unit, and then into the Fortress of the Sky it goes. If you're telling me I can not build something because that stuff is there. Okay, then let me throw it into nature. There. Into the corner it goes. Oh, card. There we go. Okay, nature, have fun. That's not working, and that needs... okay, wait, that needs sand leaves already. Okay, wait, I'm stupid. Alright. But then we do need an assembly production right here. That back, put it into a shredding unit, and then we pretty much do the same thing just around the corner. That. Okay. Exiting the view because I'm pressing escape. Alright. Yeah, that's working. I'm just... We could do it like this, give it to give us more space. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What die goes in, and then we do need where's liquids? Logistics, pipe splitter. There we go. And that should give us another unit of Xiranite. Looking good. Okay, now that is 1 Xiranite each second. Okay, and that is clocked. Alright, yeah, we do need more. We pretty much do need the same thing again, but squeeze it into here. Let's see. Let's go with the flow. Also, it is not really that big. Put that in here. This right there. And 1 and 2. I usually wait. I know I don't have to, but I usually wait until I get bumped back. So know that everything is running capacity. Takes about 6. Okay, now we have alarmed again. One, 2. Off. Off. I don't even know, do we need to turn it off? Yes, we do need to turn it off. Otherwise the game will think I want to do something with fluids. God dang it. So we'll see that more often, don't worry. Okay, now we gotta make sure that that is to unify into 1. In a grinding unit. Space. It's all about space. Actually, let's leave it. Let's just give it a try. That is easy. This one, connect. This one, connect. That. And connect this one like that. Perfect. Except that we need two. That makes it a little bit more difficult. But not that much. Wait. Long. And 1 and 2. There we go. And we do have perfectly fine space for power supply. Pressing escape. And the rest is just refining, towards the sky. Squeeze it in here. I think we can. Yes, we can. All right. That power. This time I didn't press escape this time, and we get another fortune sky. How exactly is our water supply? How much water? This thing does 1 water in 1 second. And I do need... Okay, so 1 water supply can... 1 fluid pump can supply 2 forged sky. Okay, those ratios, they suck. So we need enough pump. Where is the closest supply of water? Where's the, oh, what there it is. Unlimited water. Facility list. Oh, wait. I don't have an American style keyboard. Pump place. We have unlimited water? Yes, unlimited clean water. Good, everything's connected. Yeah, we just need to run that all the way over there. Oh, wait. Wrong spot. There we go. Water supply on. 1, 3. There we go. Okay, now we have a total of 1 Xiranite every... every 0.66667 whatever things. I think. Basically 2/3, one every 2/3 of a second. If my math is correct, which it probably isn't, but that's fine. Okay. Here, why is that clogged? Why are you clogged? Don't make me nervous by being clogged. Okay, maybe that is... Okay, maybe these are just clogged because of a split second. Yeah, they're clogged only for a split second. That's fine. And this entire thing is all natural, by the way. There's no resources involved. Okay, now we have Xiranite. A lot of Xiranite. That combined with some... Okay, wait. Yes. Okay, yeah, never mind. Should we do... How difficult is that? How difficult is it to squeeze in? That is a little difficult. Okay, no, never mind then. Never mind that. Let's actually save all of this. Let's save. Sorry, game about. Let's name it Xiranite. Xiranite, there we go. Xiranite, the... Oh, okay, no more space. Then it is just Xiranite. Save. Okay, there we go. Now, what do we do with said Xiranite? We're going to turn it into valuable products. Now, 1 every second equals 1 liquid Xiranite. And 1 liquid Xiranite with sewage equals 1 every second. That's fine. That is a 1-to-1 thing. One of those, and we do need that. We do need inert Zircon effluent. Wait, that thing cannot discharge. That's fine. We just keep it. And that in a reactor crucible with nothing, I think, turns into sewage. Heavy Xiranite. Do we need Zircon? Yeah, for the batteries. Let me get that. Let me get Shane in. So I'll only need to look at it 16 times instead of 20. So first we do need Xiranite. That is the thing that we need. I'm pretty sure we can turn that into something delicious later. Okay, 10. We need 1 every second. Okay, we are fulfilling those criteria. And that needs 1. Oh, we can turn that into... Oh, we can... Oh. We can turn that... Okay. There's more thinking required. So that means 4 every 2 seconds, meaning 1 every half a second. Turns into another effluent, good effluent, sugar effluent, and water, which we could recycle. Oh boy. Anyway, how's the ratio? That is a 1-to-1 thing. Right? Right. That means reactive crucible. 1 Xiranite every 2 seconds equals 1 liquid Xiranite. That can be turned into sugar effluent also by 1-to-1, including sewage, which can be treated. And that sugar effluent can then. That means that this entire operation here could pretty much produce 1 Heavy Xiranite at the cost of nothing at all. Yes. Okay, wait. Could make that right here, and we hold on. Let me get a blueprint, because that would make it easier. We also do need batteries. That is another thing, but we'll take care of that when it's time. Also, we do have an entire main ASC area, which is where's the recipe? Liquid heavy Xiranite. Heavy Xiranite. Watch this guy. Database. Pin. And then we can turn that. Boy. We can turn that into components, which requires Heatite, which requires all of that. But that is because we also need to turn that into heavy liquid Xiranite. Oh well. Let's just say we do need a lot of Xiranite. Xiranite and zircon effluent in a reactor crucible that. Wait, that needs sewage? Okay, so we do need... How can we get... What other ways are there to acquire sewage? Okay, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe let's just call it a day. Maybe let's just... Hold on, we get liquid if we turn that... No, I will call this one as it is, and nothing else. We do make a lot of Xiranite now. I think they do take Xiranite as a bribe. Which is good, because I do need stock bills. I do need a lot of stock bills for upgrading this area right here. Hey, Mr. Owl. How much area expansion to... That is all that we need. And technically we don't really need any bus things. Because... Go ahead. That down here. Go to blueprints. Take Xiranite and spin it until it fits. Blueprints can only be placed in the core ASC area. What do you mean in the core ASC area? Okay. Okay, never mind. Well, I was about to complain. Now we need. Oh, you need more power, but that's not a problem. Go ahead, thermal bank. Logistics, splitter. Have anything anyway. Batteries. Does it even make sense? I don't think it does make sense that we have two. Target speed is full. What a shame. Yeah, target space is not full anymore. What is that? Oh, that is the poop. Okay, next up, let's fill everything with stuff. And then we gotta take care of core AS area. Because currently we are just burning through material. It is not fully optimized yet. That goes there. That goes there. Then we do need sand thieves. No. This guy's done. That was also sand leaves. It is my blueprint. I should know these things. All right. Back. Split it. We can't. It doesn't matter if we split it or not. We do have the time. Okay, 45 minutes, and we do have two working Xiranite blueprints. There we go. Have fun. Oh yeah, and they do need water, of course. Now, question number one. Where do we get water from? Okay, there's water. Don't scare off the mega fin. Oh, buddy, the fishes will be in for a big surprise. The fishies will be in for a big surprise. I don't have any pylons. Oh, oopsie. Wrong button. Okay. Now where do we need to run? The pumps. The only thing that we need to place individually based on where we water out of pumps. Which is Yeah. I mean, it is how it is. We cannot change that. But we can change. We do need a pipe splitter. Let's put it right there. Then there. Yeah, that is 1, 2, 3. There we go. That should do it. Why no goods? Did I mess it up? Okay, there we go. And there it is, beautiful Xiranite. Actually, since we're going to demolish everything in core AFC area again, should probably there. Get a second. Well, bank. Alrighty. Cloud rest was okay. So far, so good. And the good thing is, as long as we have power, they produce us beautiful Xiranite. Okay, welcome. Oh my goodness, there's so much space. There is so much space. Can we also demolish these? Yeah, let's fresh start, demolish everything. Big stash, including we only need a couple. Worked. Okay, then we do still have plenty of power. What do we need here? We could use that Xiranite to... Currently we do have 6 Xiranite productions. That means... Okay, 2 is... Oh, hold on, I'm struggling with math right now. Basically, 6 every 2 seconds. Right? Right. Wait a minute. Maybe a calculator. Maybe we should go for an even number. Ooh, calculator. Okay, 6 divided by 2. That means 3 every second. No, wait, that doesn't... wait, does that make sense? Okay. Math. 2 portions of the sky make 1 every second. 6. Yeah, make 3 every second. Right. That's right. Okay. We have 3 every second. That means we can easily... What can we do with... Wait, we do need batteries first. We do need batteries. Let's focus on making batteries. We could always... We also need to make all of of this stuff, all of liquid Xiranite, liquid Heavy Xiranite. I mean, we could focus on Heavy Xiranite because Heavy Xiranite has the same properties as Xiranite when it comes to clearing stuff. I think we do need Shirkan for the batteries. Yes. Power that. Okay, for that we do need a reactor crucible with some ferrum powder, and for that we do need Shirkan fluid, which in return can be made with sewage and ferrum. Okay. I'm also just thinking about making. No, we have these two sub PSCs. They make a Xiranite. Let's turn it into liquid Xiranite first. Access plus port. Put it into corners of the base. Okay. Get all of that straight. We do need two liquid Xiranite. We do need two Xiranite effluent for one of those, and that is a 1-to-1 thing. 1 every 2 seconds. Okay, so that is a 1-to-1 thing. Good. And ferrum powder, but that doesn't matter. Check. One fluid every second. No problem, 1 fluid every second, we can do that. Database. That means we do need 2. Okay. We have a plan. I do have a plan. Better go hide. That's a loader, idiot. You of course need an unloader. Xiranite? We are making plenty of Xiranite, that is amazing. Okay, then we do need. Hold on. I want to get this right. One liquid Xiranite and 1 sewage equals 1 effluent. And one equal. Okay, that is a 1-to-1 thing, and we need 2. All right. Yeah, crucible. Oh boy, that is a big. That is a big boy. God dang it. But nobody said it would be easy. But the thing is, I think if we do have the water supply, we can set the relay pile on. Can, in theory, that water pass through, so we can use that as a pipe. Okay. Chen, you have a mission. We do need pumps. Unlimited water. Let's try to fit that right in. And it's working.
Entering core AIC area.
Here comes the water that passes through. How the ratios? One every 2 seconds. So one of those apply to those. Yes, that's working. And down there goes the liquid Xiranite. I hope this doesn't go in. No, it doesn't. Excellent. Good machines. Okay, liquid Xiranite. Then we turn that into a crucible with some sewage. Why do we need sewage to make... Why do we need a lower quality product to make a high quality product? Anyone understand that? Or is that just to... Yeah, to make it difficult? Wait. I really wish you could see the ratios. For that. Okay, but that is also a one-to-one thing. So that means we do need 2 reactor crucibles. How do we place those? What is the output? The output is effluent. We need sewage for this one. Yeah, I guess we're just going with the flow again. Formulas. We do need that, including sewage. Why isn't that going through? Maybe it just needs... Maybe we just need someone to move it. Or maybe these things are just placed wrong. Yeah. Okay, now we need to find a way to get sewage into here. Well, let's check. What makes sewage? Can we just use... So, the actual shear comp production makes sewage. And the cuprium makes sewage. One sewage every 2 seconds. And one sewage every 2 seconds. So one every second. Actually, I can probably go from here to there. Yeah. Crucible, that is one every... Okay, so we do need 2 production lines of cuprium. Or... And we need to be smart about it. Yeah, we do need production line first. Okay, let's set a line right here and get access under. Cuprium ore and cuprium ore. Oh, we get another mining spot as well. Nice. see the database? No. Okay, we cannot see the database. Then sewage. Yeah, okay. Do we just need the ore? We do just need the ore. Cuprium. Well, I don't mind. I don't mind. Mining, shredding, mining unit. That's... dang it. Okay, now we need to get water. And we do need one every second. How much capacity do we have? Flow rate 2 units per second, capacity 11 out of 11. Okay, that is build capacity. It's gonna be placed in the area. Okay, game, you won this one. I'm really glad that we have a body of water this close. And I hope these don't mix. Oh, these probably won't mix. Oh, they pour out the sewage. Oh yeah, that's the sewage that we need. That is what this operation is all about. It's only about the sewage. I give it some space. Okay, then can we place splitter like this without this collapsing? But there's okay, wait, there's no way to get it. Okay, let's focus on one first. Smash that. So we do have the sewage. And we only need to find a way to get this one into here. Making a total mess. Can we... Hold on, let's find... Put a pipe splitter right here. Can this flow through in theory? Oh yes, it does. Excellent. Okay, that is working. That means we can easily kinda easily copy this design. Just put it like this, and we do have space for... Oh, I keep pressing escape after I've done a pile. I'm an idiot. Okay, we do have water right here, and that thing right here. And we can add pipe merger. What can we make out of this cuprium ore? Cuprium powder. What do we do with that? That goes into cuprium solution, and cuprium solution can be turned into heatonite solution at a purification unit, and that can be turned into heatonite. Alright! But for that we do need the acid. PP acid. Yeah, let's what do that at a time. Anyway, let's focus on getting that stuff done. Now we do need 2 of those plus ferrum for 1 of those. And we could use a purification unit. Make 1 extra, but do we need that 1 extra? Yeah, let's just say no. Keep it simple. That, and then we build water treatment unit. Put 1 right there. What is the capacity of this thing? Firm. 1 every 2 seconds. 2. Alright. Now these 2 plus 1 ferrum powder for that. And then we do the exact same thing again for the batteries. No, we don't. 1 every 2 seconds is enough. Okay, but I'm asked weird things. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do need to take care of that as well. Okay, then who takes? I think they do take parts, right? Yeah, they do take cuprium parts, but they also would take heatonite parts and syringes. Okay, I see we can turn that into stuff as well. That in a molding unit for bottles. 1 every second. Okay, so we can turn that into bottles. And parts. What is the ratio on the parts? A 1-to-1 thing. Okay, let's turn that into parts for now. Fitting unit. Fit that in here. Of course we cannot fit fitting unit in here. And for now, let's put that in Oracle stash. We have some stuff to sell. Alrighty. Okay, I mean, the entire process isn't that difficult. Just need a lot of resources. From here? But yeah, the liquid Xiranite cannot be transported. Can we? Do we have? I'm almost certain. I mean, we could use inlets and fuel tanks as a temporary solution. We can fit them in. Why do they have to be 3x3? You have power? Give power, excellent. Let's put those in fuel tanks for the time being. Capacity 500, not that much. And I think the entire system in itself is stable. Parts. Now we do need 1 unit of ferrum. Ferrum dust. For some reason. How random is that? Okay, ferrum. Okay, iron, refining, shredding. That's it. And we only need 1 every 2 seconds. 1 heat part. Okay, how do we make that as pretty as possible? What are the ratios on this one? That is the 1-to-1. That is the 1-to-1. Excellent. If we put that, if we put off that in the corner, we can work on both sides. But okay. Or we could have a bus port. We can get 2 bus ports. That is, it sucks a little bit. Can we, if we grab all of this and move it, bus sections. We can build 25 bus sections. That is good. If we take all of this, move it somewhere else. For the time being. Yes, we. Okay. The game didn't like me placing stuff on my characters. Good thing that we can place 25. That should be plenty. Alright. And we can work from this side as well. Yeah, let's make... Let's access on loader. I mean, we are... Dang it. We are flexible when it comes to the ferrum. That is the loader. Why can't I read English? Ferrum, then a refining unit. That off. And shredding unit. And that goes into a reactor crucible. Okay, allow me to tell you something. This sucks. It sucks that we cannot have different input sides. But on the other hand, we could have... The thing is, I want to move all of that over here to this corner. I think the answer is yes. Let's just copy that step by step. Now they need connection, but that's fine. Access section. Stash all that. Alright. Should have thought this through, but I didn't. Actually, let's just do it. Yeah, now we have the issues with the water supply, but that is an issue I'm willing to take. But actually, now that we know how this is working, we should remove everything again and rebuild it anew real quick. It shouldn't take that long. Right, that goes into crucible. Oh wait, not a crucible. In a crucible. Pressing escape. Okay, crucible. With sewage. Okay, sewage. Or refining unit, which cannot be fit in here. Okay, that doesn't really matter. We do need water anyway. I'm almost certain there are more water supplies around. I'm almost certain that looks like water. Unlimited water supply. The tiniest pond, I mean, it's a river, I guess. It's a river, I don't care. I'm gladly taking it. How do we... One. Okay, it is not cooperative enough to be a bad solution. Okay, now we need to take this one, bring it all the way over here. Okay, back to the AIC area. Pretty much around this one over to here and water's coming here. Alright. That's working. Okay, next up, Cuprium. If not, we could have just run one of the underground things. We do switch kind of close by. Okay. We do need space in between for the switch. To the unify right here. Okay. That there, that there. Then we have okay, no, let's put it right there. And we only need water. Put it on. I'm stupid. I don't need space for the other pipe. Okay, then that means we can put that right there. Perfect. Somebody. I will rip out my escape key. I don't press it anymore. I will put an electrical shock on it or something. Put that there. We'll put. Actually, let it run on this tile. 1, 2. Okay, now that stuff's in the way. Okay, game, you won. Put it right there, whatever. Just work around it. Water goes in there, and let's split up here, and goes into there. All right. Sewage. Sewage fitting unit. Parts. All right. We have achieved this one again. And next up, we do need the sewage. Plastics. Litter. And it goes. Now we're getting that. Alright, then water treatment. 1, 2, orange, yellow. That's up. I know we can treat it. In theory, but I don't want to prove that right now. I wanna get this. I wanna get the basic core idea right. So that with firm powder for everything else. That means non-reactive. Let's actually let's build. Yeah, I'm honestly not bothering. Let's build reactive crucible. Plastic depot access unloader. We are flexible when it comes to. Dang it. When it comes to barren parts. But honestly, what breaks my heart is that if I put it like this, it doesn't work. At least I think that it doesn't. Is it working? No, it is not working. That honestly breaks my heart. Alright, that and a shredding unit, and then we have our lovely powder. Which we can then put into crucible. Like this. It fits perfect. Oh boy, that is okay. That is beautiful. And that stuff and that stuff. All right. Okay, and regarding the sewage, we'll put that into the water treatment plant. Like this. Every single goddamn time. We have yellow. Yellow is... Oh wait, hold on. Switch. Abandoned mission. That goes there. Goes there. Okay, mistakes were made. Orange is right, and yellow is right. That is... Can we flush that? And what is build anew? Let's just build it anew and in the process get rid of all of our problems. Wait, that is the fluid input. Yeah, like this. That is one unit of beautiful zircon. Yellow output is for sewage. Add that with dense iridium powder for batteries. Okay, which brings us to the usual thing. Thing is that we don't have dedicated sand leaf production right now. That I don't know about it, but we have plenty of space. I'm just thinking we could, in theory, get item sand leaves. Oh wait, that doesn't make any sense. Honestly, let's just go ahead. One single planter. If it's sand leaf. Target space is full. Yeah, whatever. We do need sand leaves. Where are my sand leaves? Okay, make sand leaf. Let's put that into a shredding unit. Also make that as compact as possible. Shredding unit, and then into protocol stash. Okay, there we go. 3 beautiful sand leaves. Okay, then dense originium powder. We do need originium. Dang it. Okay, doesn't matter. We do need originium and we do need sand. Actually, we could. No, let's do it. How difficult is that? It's just powder and... How much do we need? For 1 battery, we need 20, I think. 20 per 10 seconds, meaning 1 every half a second. Yes, 1 every half a second. That means 4 entire production lines. Okay, 4 entire production lines. Let's go. Originium. Sand leaf dust. And powder, sorry. Okay, a grinding unit. So we have a power supply here, so we'll Alright, that is 1 every 2 seconds. I don't know, that honestly feels like a waste. But on the other hand, we do have plenty of space, so... That's probably full. Yeah, that's right. I know, that honestly feels like such a waste of valuable space. How many more can we build? 5. I mean, yeah, we do have entire outer line as well. Probably get what I mean when I say it feels like a waste. Also, we do need sand leaf productions. That means F1 planter. Planting, picking and planting God dang it. Oh, they see picking plant. That goes there, goes there, there. Shredding and stash. Good thing we don't have a limit on the protocol stashes. And the good thing is that we can copy this design whenever we need it. But yeah, how much sand leaf do I need? Okay, but we do have a somewhat functioning production. It is what it is. Alright, now we need action unit. How much space do we need? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Where's the power? Okay, then take this, move it. Grab that, move it into here. All right. And confirm. And that should make us glorious batteries. And it is not complicated at all. Good thing is they give good thing that they give plenty of power, so we don't really need to worry about a lot. Yeah, the biggest issue that I have is really this part right here. Because this part alone is bigger than the entire production of the effluent. Okay, but let's check. Let's check if we actually make enough batteries. That is all more or less self-sustainable. We use up all of that. We do. Oh yeah, we do have 3 times the Xiranite. From there, yield 6 and usage 3. Not bad. Still, I feel like we should... This part right here, this part is annoying me. Need to make that a little bit more compact and less bus depot heavy. The best part is if we want to have more batteries, gotta copy all of that, put it right there. Not fun, and probably not sustainable at all. Also these things, dense originium powder. Do we really need that much? Am I wasting? No, we actually do need that much. How can we make that? How can we make that simple? Let's plus depot heavy. Or we just call it here and say we only use the batteries for power production. What's wrong with you? Oh, this one's not okay. This one's power. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, power. Everything else connected to power, right? Right, everything else is connected to power. Okay. Let's just call it, let's just call that perfect for now. Even though it isn't. Or, wait, hold on, we can, I think. Hold on. We can transport stuff somehow, I think, from one region to another. How do we do that? How do we transport stuff from one region to another? Port? Core ASC area, help me out here. How do I get stuff from vertical management? A regional transfer. Okay, I'm getting ideas. What if we just make these things, these dense originium powders, in Valley 4? Because in Valley 4, we've got plenty of space. Edit. And we can transfer 1500 units per hour. Alright, time for some more math. Time for some more math. We do need 2 every second. Okay, where's my calculator? Where is... So 2 every second times 60 equals 120 per minute times 60 equals 7,200 per hour. 7,200 units per hour. Not sustainable. Why is there a limit to that? We do have a spaceship floating in space, and we cannot transport more than 1,500 units per hour. Okay, so that idea died way before it lived. But it doesn't matter because we do make a surplus of batteries. What's wrong with you? Alright then, let me quickly check. I wanna sleep well tonight, so I'm gonna check. What is the usage of one cooling SC cooling battery. $40. 40 seconds. That means we do have twin usage currently. That means we do need one every 20 seconds. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine on the batteries. That means on the other hand, that means this one station can supply 4 power thing thermal banks. Oh well, and I was worried. Okay, so that is done and it's perfect. Next up, let's focus on the Heavy Xiranite. What's wrong with you? Oh, there we go. Why do I need water for that? Anyway, let's focus on the Heavy Xiranite then. That's not blowing. It is clogged though, but that is a different issue. Alright, Heavy Xiranite. We need 10 Xiranite and 5 Zircon effluent. And then we can turn that into parts as well as other things. Okay, but first let's check how much Xiranite we have left in our production system. We do have a whole 120 units per minute left. The only issue is that we still need to do... We pretty much need to copy all of that again, only once though. That is a one thing. So 1 effluent every 2 seconds. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get done. Let's get this done. Just in case. Just in case we do need more space. And the effluent also needs sewage. That means we do need more cuprium. Or we could reroute that. How much sewage does that do? 1 every 2 seconds. And how much sewage do we need? 1 every 2 seconds. Okay, we can simply reroute this from that into the next production line. Sweet. Sweet, and we don't need cuprium. How do we do that? Xiranite is easy. Unloader. We do have space. Let's be creative with space. We do need water as well. Suppose we do need water. Although, let's be honest, water is the smallest of our issues. Xiranite in. Hey, Chen. Chen, you have a mission. More valuable drinking water used for industrial purposes than actual human beings. Just the way we want it. Power, pylon. Now that gives us beautiful, beautiful, once we have water, liquid Xiranite. And no byproducts, that is good. And once we've set this up, there's the Xiranite. Okay, that's that. Set that output to yellow. Next up, a reactor crucible. Just do it like this. Put that there. And sewage from... Where's the sewage? Sewage is yellow. This goes back into here. I hope I didn't misinterpret these ratios. All right. And that's it. So the output orange for that, and yellow for crab. Okay, and Forge of the Sky. Why was that so much easier? And she got a on. Hold on, wait. Wrong. Hey, god dang it. I will rip my escape key out of my keyboard. So I never ever touch it. Or I don't know. I will think of something. Maybe I'll buy a taser or something. Every time I press escape, I get a shock therapy. Can we squeeze that in here? About everything breaking apart? Yes, we can. Then, and we only need Xiranite. Yeah, as I said, why was that so much easier than the first thing? Does it work? That works. Except that is... the crab is blocked. It fits perfectly. At some point we'll take all of that, and because we need 4 units of inert Shircon effluent. Oh wait, not that. That stuff. Oh no, did I pollute the system? No, I didn't. The system is smart enough to stop me from doing things that I'm not supposed to. Except that is polluted. Sorry about that. And it's working. And there are first units of beautiful, beautiful Heavy Xiranite. Alright. And the entire system is somewhat closed off. It is autonomous to a certain extent, which is great. We do need autonomy. Heavy Xiranite. What can we do with that? What can we do with Heavy Xiranite? We can do it into liquid Heavy Xiranite or into Heatonite components, which requires Heatonite parts, which requires a whole lot of other things. But it isn't. It is not that complicated. We just need acid resistant. We just need that stuff. The acid. Now the thing is, can we make this acid? I don't think so. We cannot make this acid ourselves. We need to farm it outside. Anyway, we have so much space. Let's check all statistics. Especially the Xiranite. Okay, we still have a surplus of Xiranite. Excellent. As well as some sand leaf powder, but that is, well, as a byproduct. I think maybe. Now we have that. That is working. That is all working, maybe. Just maybe. They also take Xiranite. But they only take the Heavy Xiranite. And they're paying good for it. LC batteries, what do they need? Okay. Okay. Worth a consideration to make LC batteries. It isn't that complicated. Just need some. We just need a couple more space. We just need space. I think we're running out of space before anything else. Okay, but they do take Xiranite stuff. And they need 320,000 of progression. But so be it. Alright, we have that. Now then, what else could we do? Except for filling Heavy Xiranite. How difficult is that? The only thing that we need is sewage. It all comes down to sewage. Because we can pretty much make Xiranite out of thin air. That is not the issue. We do have plenty of space here. We can make that out of thin air. Problem is the sewage, because at some point we'll need to do something with this one. Do something with cuprium ore. Except that we also need to mine it, and that is also a bottleneck at some point. So that thing, refining unit, what do we do? We can turn it into powder and that into heatonite. Cuprium solution. Does that have... Do we have any waste products here? Yes, we get some acid back. Which is actually not that bad, to be honest. We do get 1 acid every 2 seconds, and 1 acid every 2 seconds, and we do need 1 acid every 2 seconds. So that goes into a circle. We just need that as some sort of lubricant. Solution. Okay, that also gives away sewage. And we can put that into bottles and parts. And that, with Heavy Xiranite, because why not, turns into components. Okay, I think we do have a plan. And that is the end of the line. Probably the most complicated thing we could do is this right here. Now, do they take cuprium parts? That's a no, and that's... They take heatonite parts. Oh yeah, we do need the heatonite, not the cuprium. First. Some space. Also, we haven't even reached full prosperity with them. What about the syringes? They take cuprium parts. Or we just turn that into things. What does that like thing actually mean? Does that mean they pay more? Or do we get extra? I mean, we get extra, it's 22 bills. But the heatonite, they make 48. Alright. We do have a plan. Database. There we go. That also requires ferrum and acid resistant stuff. Okay, one issue though, we do not have acid around here. We only have acid at the marker stone. Can we transport fluids? I mean, we could, in theory, run a giant pipeline from all the way over here to all the way to our core ASC area. The question is, should we do that? Probably not. Okay, also the game's awfully quiet right now. I don't like when the game's awfully quiet. I want to hear the good music of the game. The game has really good music. Anyway, let's check that. So we do need the cuprium. Should we need to shred it, and then we need to crucible it with some acid. That goes 1 every 2 seconds. Can we even make acid resistant pump? Yes. Absolutely yes. Okay. Then we do have this beautiful Xiranite blueprint. Can we fit that in here? No. Make it blue Xiranite, because then we need to remove from the things from the marker stone and use acid there. That is all running anyway. Let's use this area for making more Xiranite. No. No. God dang it. What am I doing? What in the world am I doing? Oh? Two. That supplies these two. Now we need to move this one around. And I want to have as an autonomous production as possible. There's sand leaf there, supplies these two. There is another one. So we can fit it. Easy. Okay, I honestly won't even bother to get out after. I'm not even bothering. And then... Oh wait, that was wrong. No. No, 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 no. Abort mission. Abort mission. Confirm. Copy that. Okay. Yeah. Men cannot do two things at the same time. That goes there, that goes... So that's... That is done, then we have more sand. Let me put the sand leaf in there first. We don't make the same mistake. And by we, I mean me, myself, and I. I'm making... Okay. There we go. Okay, refining, shredding, grinding. Refining, I will build everything first. Shredding. Shredding. Refining. Grinding. And power supply. Right there. They need up. What do we even need water for? Can also use a central space here for planting. Probably. That too. Now they need badly powder. Yeah. One goes into there. And they also need power. Looking good. Actually, if you would have put that, if you would have made that mirror, we could mirror all of that. Yeah, okay, whatever. Now it's too late. Is it? No, it isn't. We just need to... Yeah. Ah, it doesn't matter. We just leave it like this. Alright. Then... we do have... off. Production... shredding. But there. Put it right there. You need space. That, then shredding unit. I pressed escape again. Alright, and that into another grinding unit. Like this. Found right there. Alright, let's finish this production into refining. Power supply. Take that, and now that into the Forge of the Sky with water. And that is the last Forge of the Sky that we can build. And we do need a supply of water. Chen, you're up. Also, we can probably remove the tutorial water supply. And just in case we need more, let's pump more. Actually, let's see, because we can save power on that. And the music's back. How can we dash mode? That goes away. Away. That goes away. Another pipe is floating. Honestly, I will leave that. That is a souvenir.
Hey.
Back to this. We want to run and let it run. Can only let it run here anyway. It also kind of sucks that we need to go from origin to destination, not from destination to origin. I would prefer that. And now we only wait for the water supply. Okay, that is all set up. Then let's finish the other production lines. We probably don't even need that much Xiranite. But it is better to have and not need than to need and not have. That in dust, then shredder. Same as this one. At some point I will add a counter. How often I have opened the how often I've left this view by mistake. We could also make a game out of that. Like a drinking game. Every time I press escape, I need to drink. After 5 minutes, I'm done. All right, that is. Yeah, that's right. Finding that goes into right because finish this line. Order scout placement limit reached. Yeah. Because they fear players might have too much fun. Gotta move that anyway. Everything but the banks. Alright. Beautiful empty space. Except for the batteries. They're full. Okay, back to... Wait, not yet. Back to... here. Big stash. All that crap. Transfer Xiranite production to this. I hope that we don't need a lot of Force of the Sky. Yeah, that should put that into the protocol stash. There we go. Don't block it. Okay, that is that. That goes into... What? That over there. Did it properly. Then next pipe splitter. And protocol stash. Okay, looking good. We need... There we go. Only water. Okay, and one left. Mining. Shredding. Grinding. Refining, yeah. And mining again. I should do more copying. And another Forge of the Sky. With some... How do we do that? At some point in the game we can probably build things like Pipes Mark II. Pipe limit exceeded. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Litter. Some reason. Type limit. There we go. And we do need power. Yeah, I'm waiting for my water supply to come. There we go. Alright, and a protocol stash. Okay, there we go. It could be a little bit more space efficient. Yeah, especially parts. Should we try to make it space efficient? Okay, pretty much only do, but then I need to move everything. I mean, that's what we're here for. Check our statistics. How much Xiranite? We shouldn't have any. We still have a surplus of 30. 30 Xiranite per minute extra. All right. Outpost management. Okay, now we set wooling LC wooling batteries for export or the Heatonite parts. Let's focus on making Heatonite parts. Yep, that was that. Alright, Heatonite parts. For that we do need to go to the new area. The marker stone. Here we have some extra beautiful cuprium right there. Beautiful.
Entering core AIC area.
Let's keep the water here. Just in case. Okay, reactor crucible we do need. Okay, let's do first things first. Let's grab the Heatonite. Look at them, they're ghosts. And while we're grabbing the Heatonite, let's set up power lines. I would like to have big stash, and I would like to have some power lines. I think we need to make power lines. Local depot 120. Pylon. I do have 7 relays. Oh, there you go, relay. Okay, okay. Got the wrong thing. that much field. A couple. Things they can last 80 years. Maybe not that efficient, but it's looking way better on side. Also, there's butterflies. Okay, let me do the butterflies first. Come on, butterflies. Lead the way. Ciao. That is a new area for me, by the way. I haven't been here before. Above look closely, good stuff. I do not trust anything. Not anything and not anyone. We actually... Yeah, whatever. It is progress. At some point, we all need to embrace change and progress. And the sacrifices that come with them. There's I think there's some enemies. We haven't had...
Wars never about mercy.
They can't handle my way.
Right there! Number 10,
We haven't had any battling anyway in ours.
Textbook maneuver.
Take this!
Okay, let's focus on first.
Leave it to me! You're hiding
Oh.
Take this! Number 10!
I don't know why we're battling after playing Endfield. It feels difficult.
Feeling better.
Okay, it's gone. It's dead. Okay, now where's the thing? There's the thing. $30 we can totally have. Also, let's place the mines first. Let's put down the mines. First, we do need the hydro mines. And we only brought 2. That is connected. Is it? Yes, it is. Except that we do need some water. Okay, where do we get water from? Where do we get water from so we don't ruin everything? Also, let's Cache both of them. For a water source. Wait, there's water right there. Maybe we can utilize this one. It says clean water. Question is if we can use it. Or we can only use this water right here. There was something. Maybe not. What's over there, game? What's over there? Why do you want to show me this? I don't want to see it. Oh, that works. Okay, never mind. We can absolutely do that. Can we perhaps... There we go. Now place in this location. Maybe. Oh my goodness. We can turn this at least. Oh wait, hold on. We can probably make that look less ugly. Pipe. Okay, hydro mining rig. That is one. That is two. Just need to get it from over here, over there, over the other side. Without the camera trying to suppress our ambition. That is not possible. How about this? Also no. But wait then. It was white for a moment. It was white for a moment. That works. Alright. It could be more simple. Next question, how much water do you need? 1 every 3 seconds. That is perfect. Then let's add a splitter. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, and they need... This thing right here needs power as well. Of course. It does fit. Perfect. Are we only wait for... I actually need to wait for it to fill to capacity. Okay, there we go. It's mining. Also, I think I've seen a chest up there. Okay, now that's one thing done. Actually, can we keep exploring? Oh no. Okay, that was close. Keep exploring, or is that logged off? I think that is logged for now. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Let's head back to factory. Wait, that is where we cleansed that one below. Oh wait, there's something we can blow up. Bomb. Oh, it's butterflies.
War is never about mercy.
They can't handle my wings. Purity grants truth.
Textbook maneuver.
Shall be banished. Awesome. My strike. Strike quick.
I think this game is not really about fighting.
Watch your step.
Our battle plan proved its worth.
There, another chest. And I think the butterflies, they... I think they have left. There's not a chest right here. And view. Water cascades from the heavens above. It pours from the heart, a stream that cannot be severed by any blade. I'm composed, I am. So composed I am, I can reverse an entire waterfall if I wish. Oh no. Oh no, water. Water is dangerous. Attack. As you wish, game. What is that? Trial of the little pentail beast extends deep into the place. The cave might be larger than it seemed. Thank it again. No. Okay, well we are exploring. I tried to catch this fin for 3 days and nights. I chased after it for 2 days and nights. I started at the sword-quenching marsh and ended at the cloudless woods. The rivers and streams pooling are an interwoven mess. I can't help but suspect. This is no mega fin, but an Agalos. Where are we actually now? There's a TP point there. Trying to get that point, then we're focusing back on factory. We get batteries. Sweet. I met a master angler. He told me that the waterways of Wuling, especially the underground rivers, are interwoven and complex. I started thinking about that. The waterways pose a significant challenge for the market stone construction, I guess. This warrants some serious investigation. activate in case we need it.
It's round and it's shiny.
And the Oraline comes flying.
This is the actual size of Oraline.
All being focused on life, no battles to the death. A true Grandmaster is one who unleashes the force of nature within an inch. His blades start as a stream that fills an ocean. It's over here. Nothing dead end. Some Orniagen. And there's a random house here. Stuff to break. And there's a legendary chest. I like it. Goodness. Dear Bubbles? How are you doing? Clearing up your dinner plate. Did you grow taller? Your aunt just moved to Morospolis. It's a busy and very crowded city. City maps confirmed. Alright, your aunt will once again repeat a special line. Interested in coming to Morospolis and living with your aunt. I just don't feel safe leaving you alone in Wuling. I know there's a lot of nice people over there in Wuling. Nice people over there in Wuling pays for your schooling, but I do prefer taking care of my sweet Bubbles myself. Once I'm done with my work here, maybe I just move to Wuling. I really want to give Bubbles a proper home. As stop. You gotta time that. Yep, you gotta time that. Oh, frick. Okay. That is possible. Wait, maybe. And you jump from here. Wait, that could also be okay.
Hey,
My mentor said the floating Aurelians in the wilds aren't really dangerous. Just don't go after them recklessly.
Okay, I may want to drown in a small pond that is maybe knee deep. But I like this area. It's a little bit isolated, but it's beautiful. Okay, now back to the important things in life. More stuff that explodes, more chests. There's fish. Okay, the fish don't really give a damn. Alright, that's that. That means we can leave. But I actually just wanted to go after the butterflies. Okay, jealous. Right, up there's the last one. Oh. Pick it. Oh, there's the third one.
Ooh, they usually hide secret tomes in crates like this.
And then let's lead me the bombs. Let's add some stuff. Let's annoy these snails a little bit. Okay, take care of that, please. Thanks, Pan. I have to know if there's anything up there. Or it's just for... It's just for that one chest opener. Okay, then back to... Where did we come from? From there, I think. And there were butterflies. Oh wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know where I am. That was the ticket. Oh, there we are. Okay. And over there are the butterflies. But this time we are doing that for sure. We're doing that. On the left. Then we got a little bit distracted. A little bit, just a little bit. A teeny tiny bit. Alright, now what was the plan? What was the plan? The plan was... Oh yeah, more cuprium and then the acid stuff. Also grab some daily login things. I think we need to make more hydro mines. Yes. Although let's make... Probably don't need 20. Let's just make 10. Probably won't even 10. Alright then. Time for more mining. Power and... Wait. There's the core ASC. Can we put that Yeah, whatever. As connected. The other one right here. Last but not least.
All my trainings for this moment.
Okay. I don't know what I did. Buff root pump. One, then we can build a pipe splitter. Okay, there we go. Alright, excellent. More regional development. Well, you lucky carrot. It reached. Oh, we can turn a profit. But don't mind if I do. 600,000. Staple goods. Let's... I don't think we can invest those 100,000 basic permits. Okay, now that we do that, we can... It's scary. That leads back to Qingzhou Valley. Yeah, we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there. We have a mission. Make beautiful Kuprium parts. Eternite parts. For that we need... Okay, for that we do need a basic... And we do need water as well. Okay, let's set up Kuprium, refining, shredding, crucible. First things first, bus depot. Then... How are the things? Also, let's just get the core principle done. Also, there's probably something 2-to-1-ish. Kuprium ore. Now we need mining, shredding, power, and water. Where do we get water? There'd be water right there. Oh yeah, we do have one, right. But honestly, then we should probably put this stuff over there. Except that we do have the input on the left side anyway. They give away sewage. They give away sewage. That is not a problem. Problem at all. One. Wastewater. Then pipe litter. Or we could run it from different idea. All of that once more real quick. Different idea. What if we do that? Right there and start from the bottom for once. Yeah, we do need batteries. We do need power. That is my only supply of power. All right. Let's do it like that. I believe some. Do we need this space? Okay, let's try to get the core principle done by building in the middle. Mining, shredding. Yeah, placing things in one line, big challenge. Okay. Water supply and Rium. That doesn't make sense. Only one anyway. Then it's clearing one every 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, now we have dust. We have the dust. Now we need the acid in a ratio from 1 to 1. What does the expanded crucible do? A facility for running salt or liquid state chemical reactions. It comes with the output ports and you run multiple reactions simultaneously. Okay. So for now that is a one-to-one thing. We want to make one part of this, right? Yes, only powder, excellent. Okay, then now we do need the acid. Yes, the acid. Backpack, okay, we have it. Don't have it in my backpack. Alright. Powder. It is not that complicated, it just needs a little bit of knowledge. Also quick stash. Powder mining rig. Sword. Where's my... Where are the fluid pumps? Uric acid, there it is. Put that right there and connected. Okay, now we have acid. I hope we don't need acid resistant. Input goes right. Right there. That gives us a beautiful solution. Another quick thing can be... No, we cannot. But look, how much acid do we get from this pump? Okay, 1 every second, so we need 1 pump per crucible. Actually, no, we don't need 1 pump per crucible. We need, so we get during the purification process, we get stuff anyway. We do need the yellow output. And yellow output. Purification unit. Right, purification unit that gives us acid that we can route back into. Why is it that way around? Can we control that? Manifold. Statistics. Pipe control port. Oh, we cannot add a logic or something like that. Oh, wait, that needs 4 coupon solution. Okay, we have get way more acid out of there. Yeah, that changes everything. Okay, wait. Okay, wait, let me quickly think that through. So we need 4 of that, so we are down to 1 per half second. And that gives us only 1 every 2. That means we need 4. We need 4 of those. Holy crap. Okay, we need 4 of those. They all need individual assets. How many outputs do we have here? 1. Okay, we have 1 liquid input, 1 liquid output. That means we can run a pipe. No, we cannot. That is probably in the way, right? Yeah, let's set up 4 pumps first. Let's set up 4 acid pumps first, and then we think about solving issues. The ratios, they are horrible. The other thing is we don't really need to worry about the power lining. Okay, how do we do that? Can we run?
All my training's for this moment.
That's blocked. Run a couple of pipes. Work with that in the actual gates area. All right. Okay. Now, can we grab that? No, that is in the way. How do we deal with the sewage then? I really would want to have it come from down below. Just don't want to waste any more space. I think that is probably the only way to do it. Everything apart 1 block. Okay. I don't even have that many lines anyway. How do we do that? What is the best way of doing that? Thing is, we need 2 Xiranite solutions for 1 piece. That is okay. Or, maybe we just need to make use of expanded crucible. Check that. Formulas. Multi-clock auto fix. What is that? An expanded crucible cache is simultaneously running more than 2 production formulas. And all of them are clocked. The option will manually remove all items from the cache to fix the multi-clock and let production proceed normally. So, what if we just use that thing? It has 4 inputs and 4 outputs. Just for testing purposes. Just for testing. Formulas. Oh, it is unpowered, that's why it isn't working. Wondering why it wasn't working. But it has more inputs. Okay, now what if we add a second input of... Bring it on. Why is nobody doing anything? Oh, they need water, right? They do need water. And add a splitter. Now what if we get 2 inputs? So I should get an output as well. Then so then we have 2 outputs. I just want to know if we can get... Okay. Let me rebuild all of them with the expanded crucible in mind. It is a new item. I'm allowed to be stupid, okay? I'm allowed to be stupid. Let me build that with auto thing in mind, with expanded crucible in mind. And let me hope this thing works the way I hope it works. Alright, that. I wish we could make that a little bit more compact. Alright, let me something. What if we move that one? 3. Go 4. That's up. Take that. Move it down here. Take that. Move it down here. That would be working. So we have a sewage line. Shredding, then let's set up the same thing again. Brain's not braining hard enough. Alright, shredding. Then this fix splitter. This switch goes down. That was a good idea. Switch. And equilibrium. Okay, now we have 2 dust. Down the expand crucible. Actually, let's put it 1 higher. Oh, that doesn't make sense. We only have 1 unit. Okay, and now we need to add actually, you know what? Go ahead. Stash all of that. And build closer to the factory. Right, and power. Oh, the music. Okay, they have that now. Could use... Oh boy, we could use the... Okay, and now it's late. Two acid inputs. Does that move faster? No, it doesn't. Okay. But why would we need that then? I mean, we could in theory, let's say we could reroute the purified solution back into this and then have it add some ferrum powder and then add some night, but what's the point of that? It doesn't work how I wanted it to work. Well then. Then the reactor crucible is probably the better option anyway. It is the less flexible, more straightforward option, and it is unpowered. All right. Orange, no wait, yellow. Okay, now we just need to find a good way of incorporating that into our design without breaking anything. Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, I have an idea. Add more acid to 1. I set the orange output to that right here. That way, add another reactor crucible like this. Simply do that. And we can put it in. Save space. Now that is 2, and it is almost perfectly square. Right, but we do need. What are the ratios here? We get 4, we get 1. My goodness. So we need 4 cuprium solutions, and we get 1 heathenite solution and some acid, which we can throw away, which we need to throw away. And then we need 2 with some ferrum to make the actual heathenite, and we can turn that heathenite into fitting units with some heavy Xiranite. And we need to 100% this production, we need 4 heathenite lines. That is quite a lot, considering we have limited space. But okay, let's focus on setting up another one of these lines. Maybe we should need to do that in our main ARC area. Again. First, water line. Then there's bases here. God freaking damn it. The good thing is that we don't really need that many parts in the first place. So making a couple thousand should be enough. Logistics splitter. There's that. They're unpowered. Why do I keep pressing escape? Why do I keep pressing escape? Okay, then. Pylon right here. Production, water treatment. It fits perfectly. Alright. Honestly, it looks good. Water's coming from the bottom and sewage goes back to the bottom. It looks like I would actually know what I'm doing. Yeah. He said I'm misplacing a shredder. Oh no. Then the crucible's a critical part. The part I haven't figured out yet. How many inputs does the expanded crucible have? Also, too. That works. One. Now we only need wire. Don't need wire. West. That goes into yellow. Goes there, that goes there. We do need one extra space. For the inputs. Yeah, well, I will do the water later. The water. Can we run pipelines over? No, probably not. Do this. What if we reroute? You to go in here. Move those. Another to the left. Have access to both. One. That is two. That goes to there. That is the output. That works. Okay. Captain Smart back in action. Alright, we have everything on. Everything's working, everything's doing it. Alright, there we that is orange. That there, and that gets input automatic. Alright, excellent. Now we should get yellow is right. Cuprium. That is red. I don't know why we set the manual, but there's probably a reason for it. Okay, now we have beautiful 4 lines of cuprium solution. Alright, now that goes into the purification unit. Why does that thing only have inputs? Okay. This thing only has 2 inputs. I assume we can unify those lines without breaking the pipes. Okay. And now we're clogged. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing something. 1 heat tonight every 2 seconds. In theory, that right here should not be at capacity. It needs 4 solution. Every 2 seconds. Why is it clogged then? Or is it maybe it's because everything came at once? Anyway, let's get rid of all the stuff. So can we? Conduit inlet. Miscellaneous line tower. Fluid supply unit. What does that do? That is for the farm. Is it? You know, that is for that thing. Okay. Now the yellow is the good stuff and the orange is the bad stuff. Output rate limit 3 out of S. Alright. 3 out of S units output limit. Hope that is working. Yes, that is working. Okay, now we have one beautiful solution. It is supposed to work that way. I think I'll put that into an inlet. And then somewhere else in an outlet. The thing is that we need this entire operation again. Do we? Do heat night for 1. Night solution for 1 heat night thing. Yeah, whatever. Let's focus on getting the iron set up. I will rethink that, or think about it at all. There more. Mining, shredding. That goes into a reactor. Then resource conduit outlet. There we go. Going to draw a line. Connection all the way over. All the way over here. There we go. Heatonite. Need to get rid of the sewage. Sewage goes out orange. And for water treatment plant. Alright, Heatonite. And then we throw that into a fitting unit of parts. Alright, it couldn't be more simple. And out of these parts, we can make components using Heavy Xiranite in a gearing unit. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I did this one. What? A splitter that goes in. Okay, we have water supply established again. As well as the sewage. Okay, that is working. Honestly, just look at that. They have 9 capacity and you have 1 out of 1 capacity. But it is actually working. It is running without being undersupplied. But that right here is working with being undersupplied, I think. Maybe we can do that. And we need to pretty much set up the same thing again. Just to fully satisfy this fitting machine right here. Let's be honest, I don't have space for that. Okay, let's check our ore stuff. Yeah, we do need way more cuprium already. And for some reason we do need way more acid, even though that is not possible. And we do need yeah, double the Heatonite, but that's clear. Okay, one thing that I'm concerned of is the cuprium. Let's see if we can find more cuprium spots. Or cuprium mining spots. Okay, that's already 4. I mean, it is just for parts. It is not for something crucial, something essential. I still have not been into this area. I don't know how to get there. Mineral bed or originium. We don't need originium. Jingle Starcade. There's also no other orb target spotted. Okay, how do we need to get power from here to all the way over there. All right. Well, it's been a nice stream anyway. Refresh everything. All right. Yeah, it's been a nice stream anyway. We've rebuilt our core. I mean, we didn't do anything other than building our core ASC, but that was the goal of the stream. To build all of that. We built a Xiranite. Locked, but that's fine. We have Heavy Xiranite. We do have batteries. We do have net parts. And we have some space left. Yeah, I will think of simplifying some of that stuff and maybe can add a little bit of production here, even though we don't really have. Yeah, we need to simplify production a little bit. Or we need to find a way to get acid from one point to another. And considering that the ratios are really bad, probably not happening. What can we make out of premium parts? Units. Well, a couple of... A large outdoor facility farm pipeline. What is the difference? Yeah, anyway. We do have that. We do have gear. Gear assembly. Oh, right, we still need to do Heatonite components. Or we keep the parts for now. What can we do with the parts? Can we make... production? There's cuprium. Yeah, we can probably make the sledgehammer mortar at the hyper beam tower. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, but for that I need to go all the way down there, and I still haven't figured out how to get down there. Progress through mission, start and grow at the beginning. Okay. Stragglers growth. Yeah, I think I know what we're doing next. Yeah, artifacts. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff we need to do. Area, new feature, umbral movement. Okay, but that is everything for today. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this stream. It's been a blast. I enjoy this game. It was nice having a little break, but I'm absolutely in. Let's check batteries. Batteries are the most important thing that we need. Nothing else matters but the batteries. Everything else can be stuck, can stay. Yield usage, nothing. It can clog, but the batteries, under no circumstances, must clog ever. Where are they? Yeah, we have a yield of 6 and a usage of 3. That's fine. And we make a good surplus. Ah, big stretch. Alright, everybody, then thanks so much for watching this stream. Again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and an amazing start into the weekend, of course, because it's first day already. Holy crap, it's first day already. Okay then, yeah. I hope I can make it on Saturday again at the usual time. It's a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching again. Have a nice rest of your day. Have a nice start into the weekend. Take care of yourself. Thank you for watching and bye. It's been a blast.